As many of you know, there'll be some major changes here on YouTube in the next couple of days. Now let's take a quick look at what YouTube has done so far to phase out the smaller channels over the last year. First, they've hidden the top rated and most discussed categories on their website. Now, it used to be in plain sight, is now invisible, unless you mouse over the More tab. Now this is the second time they've done this. Also, notice how the rating system has been almost completely removed from YouTube. This will be the equivalent of removing the feedback from eBay. Now when you go to the popular or most viewed pages, there's no rating showing at all. And this is to prevent blatant corporate commercials for being one-star to death and ignored by the YouTube community. More importantly, notice how the most viewed page is no longer the default page when you open YouTube when you're logged in. Now the default tab is the one called Popular. This is another way of promoting partners and copyright infringing videos, as shown here in this screenshot. This process filters a majority of views to partners, helping build them into mega channels like Fred. This channel is like a Macarena of YouTube, except it won't go away. And that's why this channel grew so fast and why yours does not. Now if you're on the front page of YouTube almost non-stop, your channel will grow like this too. Unless you actually believe it grew to this size because of sheer talent. Also, YouTube has hindered the bulletins feature, and they even messed the view counters as well, and it's crippled the views of the smaller channels. Yet the large ones seem to be completely unaffected by these changes. I know smaller partners on YouTube whose revenue has gone down dramatically since these changes took place. Now we come to these new changes that are happening this week. It got leaked to the public that YouTube will now be cutting the original site down from its normal size to only 25% of what it is now. So in essence, this will do to the YouTube section of the site what they've already done to the top rated category. Your total views will be cut in half, if not more. So what does this mean? Well, the first tab will now be movies, the next tab will be TV shows, and the third tab will be music, and the final and last tab will be videos. That videos tab will represent the entire YouTube website as we know it. So that means that all of YouTube will be stuck in that last tab as an afterthought, just like top rated was as a category. So why is this being done? It's because they're bringing on the big boys like Disney. Companies like Disney want all the traffic pointing towards them, and thus increasing their revenue at your expense. They have television networks, TV shows, and theme parks, but that is not enough. These companies want to dominate YouTube as well, one of the few places that a small independent channel could make their own market. So how will this affect you? It will utterly destroy your visibility on this website and make you almost non-existent. And if you follow the rate at which YouTube's been slowing down the growth of independent channels while promoting their mega partners, it won't be long before we go from this to this. They appear to want you off this website as a creator, and they seem to only want you here as a consumer. And that is why they still haven't fixed the DMCA problems here on YouTube. It's been over 7 months since this video was made, and nothing has been changed yet to my knowledge. In the last 12 to 18 months, YouTube has made change after change to reduce the independent channel's exposure here on YouTube. And now with this next step, it will almost be complete. So what do we do about it? First, we need to come together and demand that this site remains like it has been with a few exceptions. If they want to add movies, TV shows, and music to YouTube, they need to be additions and not take priority over the entire YouTube website. Second, we want the ratings visible again so we know what's crap and what's worth watching. Third, we want the old successful format back where the top rated, most discussed, and top favorites are visible again like this. Fourth, we want you to drop the popular and rising pages from this website because they are worthless pages that you manipulate to grow channels like Fred. Let the community decide what's popular because we're tired of you trying to tell us what's popular. We also want the default page to be the top rated, most discussed, or even the most viewed. Nothing else. And we want there to be 500 videos per section and not 100 anymore. YouTube is way too big to only do a top 100 now. And finally, make the views count equally, and no demotion or censoring of videos, like you've already done with several of my